currently wandered into a room that is full of 3 ghouls. Monstrous and deformed, and very hungry looking.
This Drow's game. I
So
forgot to record.
I'm playing a gnome that sounds like he's from Brooklyn.
what's his name?
Yamal. Everybody currently knows him as Duke Mirage because I'm just like that.
Okay. So we shall begin with the initiative. The ghouls will go first, as they pretty much have gotten the drop on the lot of you. Okay.
I don't believe it.
So,
James, Ori, can I get a quick blurb about you two?
I am throat giant Jotun dude, and I smash stuff in the name of the Snowthroat clan. Rah!
And I play Wilda Ambershade, a human paladin, and just really, really new. So, hi.
Alright, that's everybody. Sorry to interrupt with that, Drow, but you can continue now.
Well, introduce yourself.
Oh,
We're going to might as well make a fucking cake of it.
Lamau.
Not like we're on short time or anything.
I am Kalmor. I am the Lizardman of the group, and I have slain a goblin or two in their last game.
Alright. So, this ghoul is going to try and clamber over this rather hefty, like, sort of bar. Instead of going around. He's going to make a reflex check for that. Not that he's not bad at it. He pretty much just makes it over easily. Which is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He'll slide over to you, Corieg, and he'll try to bite you. Oh, these ghouls are pretty tough.
No, don't do that. No.
Corieg, that is the noise that the ghouls
Okay,
should be
so
making.
No.
the ghoul hits you. You take. I will do some rolls privately because I can roll the GM.
Alright, hold on a minute, folks. We gotta do a thing.
Slash roll
you don't need
secret
to see.
2d6. Okay. I'm not doing. There's a way to roll secretly. I don't care right now, but I will start rolling things secretly. You take 3 points of damage, and you will have to make a save. You will need to make a fortitude save. And hold on. You need to make. I think.
Is it poison?
You need to make 2 fortitude saves.
2 fortitude. Okay, I can do that.
As the ghoul just sort of gnaws on your body.
Get off. Okay.
Okay.
Those are both +3. So 11 and 13.
Alrighty then. I probably shouldn't have thrown ghouls at you guys, but you are now paralyzed and you are suffering from ghoul fever.
No!
Oh no!
Oh boy.
I want you to take 1d. I want you to roll 2d3s.
I rolled to rage against the disease.
You cannot.
Okay.
Like Rage Against the Machine, except the hippie version.
1d3, 2 1d3s?
Yes. You will take. You're taking this in con and dex damage.
Ugh.
So you see your temporary modifiers. Make sure you apply those 1d3s respectively to both those stats. First one will be con, second will be dex. So you take 3 points of temporary con damage and 2 points of temporary dex damage.
Okay.
And you are paralyzed for 2 rounds. I assume you're not an elf.
Gotta assume.
Do what?
I assume you're not an elf either, because elves are immune to paralysis.
No.
No. Okay.
He could be.
So, let me just roll some reflex checks. Okay.
Wait a minute.
What?
Just paralyzed in that square. Are we all trapped in the hallway behind him? When he
You
gets
can move through him. It's not like he's taking up like 10 feet of force. It's just you can't end your turn in him. But both these ghouls will approach, and they'll both try a singular swipe.
16, 14.
So, slash 1d20 plus 4, slash roll 1d20 plus 4. Okay. You will take...
The first nat 20 of the
I
game.
might have thrown too much at you guys.
I think so.
I
Well,
did not
may
think
have
these
thrown too
ghouls...
much at singularly Corieg.
Yeah, singularly Corieg. I think if each of
This
us...
is the one.
Take 7 points of damage.
That's not his fault. That's my fault because I'm big and I take up everything.
Yes, you did. You did kick down the doors rather violently, but you take 7 points of damage. But you are already paralyzed and suffering from ghoul fever, so you cannot attract both again.
Mm-hmm.
You are at 1 HP, I believe.
I'm at a 1 popping HP.
All right. Then, that ends the
Holy
turn.
shot.
We move down to Corieg. I'll let you make a fortitude save to see if you can to shake out the paralysis early. Otherwise, you'll be paralyzed this in another turn.
So when I took con damage, that means from a 16 I'm brought down to a 13.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So you'll
Temporarily.
be using that 13 to roll. So your fort should already be adjusted, but you have to make a very difficult little fort save. But if you can make it, I'll let you act with a minor penalty.
Okay. D20 plus
What's your
con
bonus?
18.
You are able to muster a single action. That is it. The paralysis has not quite worked its way through your blood in your veins yet.
Do I get a full turn or do I just get one action?
One action. So choose wisely.
Okay. Who was the first guy that bit me?
The one right in front of you. He's the one who really took a bite out of you.
Out of spite, I'm gonna stab him. Not stab him, hit him.
Alright, well, make your roll.
Smashy.
Squash it.
I will apply any penalties in my head if there are any to apply.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I might have been using the wrong ghoul. Oh,
the top
ghoul.
Top ghoul.
I was looking at other ghouls. I was using a really powerful ghoul. So let me triple check all these rolls. The one there, I was looking at like a CR8 ghoul, not a CR1. The one there, he had a +7 to hit. Let me check some things. What's your AC?
He had a +7.
Yeah. What's your AC again?
My AC, sweetheart, my AC's like
before
14.
your dex damage.
Oh, it's like hold on, I gotta put the thing back. It's like a healthy 15.
Okay. I'm just triple checking my rolls to see if these ghouls fucked up anywhere. I apologize, I did not mean to fuck this up. Okay, so that's that. You actually... Which ones were your fort saves? Okay, so you actually make the ghoul fever DC. So remove your ghoul fever damage. I apologize for that. You are still paralyzed, though. Although you did shake it off.
What do I remove?
Remove the damage to your stats. Yeah, you actually made that save.
So 14.
Sadly, they still hit you otherwise, but
that's fine.
Everybody makes mistakes.
I'll have to have you make 2 more fortitude rolls though, because you did get hit 2 more times.
Okay.
But
everybody has those.
You get your full fort bone. Okay, well, never mind. You just
Nat 20.
But even though you got 1 pair of mouths and you with 2 hands from 2 different people in your body, you don't feel that sickness, so you're still kind of paralyzed.
I raged the disease out.
your attack was a 17, yes?
Rage against the disease.
This combat
17.
Shit.
17 plus my strength mod.
I just
right?
need to know your
4?
base roll. Your base roll.
Oh, 17.
Oh, you hit.
Okay.
Do your damage.
Alright.
I will say that this would be caused to let you. You took your feat, which lets you rage for roleplay reasons, or for. You did take that feat, yes.
Pardon?
You did take the feat that lets you rage when you can't rage, yes.
Well, did you?
Let me check real quick.
Because I would let you rage here because mistakes were made on my part.
He is really angry, yes.
Hold on, let me see. What exactly was the CR rating of the ghoul I was looking at for shits and giggles? Let me check.
Wasn't it 8?
I was looking at a CR4, which is still pretty significant because you should be level 4 when you fight that one.
Which would, kill the shit out of us at level 1.
Yeah,
Be
that
a
was.
boss.
Accidentally pisses off Drow.
A confession.
Yes.
I didn't get any feeds.
Boss.
Boss.
I always
Dun, dun, dun,
completion
dun,
process.
I'm not gonna let you take any feats till the end.
To make up for it, I'll get my feats after this.
I will let you enrage once for free, but I will not allow you to have any feats until the end of the session. And then you'll have to choose them.
Okay.
But you will have to rage on your turn because right now you're still suffering from that paralysis.
Yeah, I'll rage.
So you'll do that next turn.
Oh, okay.
Right now you're still sort of in shock from being mauled by these monsters.
Am I still gonna do my damage?
Do damage. You're gonna do damage.
Okay.
I am applying penalties for the paralysis.
And then plus 4, 18. 18.
Well.
All right. So your Earthbreaker just smears this ghoul. It's just like it had its teeth in you, and now it's just like its mouth is on your arm, and like the rest of it's like splattered against the wall.
Corieg smash.
Wilda, it is your turn.
What Corieg smash?
It is my turn.
Despite that display of strength, the Corieg looks like he's about to fall over.
That is true. So, yeah, I'm gonna. Let's see. Oh no, my rebinding. Okay, I'm gonna go for like the ghoul on the top one. I'm not gonna switch to my hammer because I feel like I'm still equipped with my scimitar and my shield.
You can pull out either or.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go with the
torch. Yes.
Yeah, I was holding a torch.
All right, you can have your scimitar and your torch. You can move up to the ghoul, no problem.
Okay, that's good. Can I actually?
It is an undead being.
Yeah.
Sorry, did I miss anything? I had to do my dogs.
No.
Wilda is moving.
You had to do your dogs, okay.
Don't say that.
Don't say that, we're recording here. Christian YouTube channel.
These are undead creatures and they are evil.
I could always just wait.
You cut out there.
Yeah, I could always do smite evil, but I was wondering if I could burn them with the torch too.
You could make an attack with the torch, but it would not be an efficient use of your time. You'd be using an improvised weapon to do burning damage, which ghouls are not necessarily vulnerable to, although you wouldn't know that.
That is okay.
You have a weapon and a torch. You should use the weapon.
I'm gonna smite evil this one.
What is your? Make sure you know what smite does, and make your attack roll applying your bonuses from smite.
Make sure I know what smite does. Oh, okay.
Well, if you're,
Let's pull it up real quick.
Do your attack for you.
Let me just pull it up real quick.
All right.
My game is unshit itself.
If the target is evil, which it is, the paladin adds a charisma bonus to her attack roll and adds her paladin level to all damage rolls against the target of her smite. The target of smite evil is an outsider with the evil subtype. It's not. Oh, it is. The bonus of damage on the first successful attack increases 2 points of damage per level. So, you would get a charisma bonus to your hit and a +2 to damage.
A charisma bonus to my hit and damage. So
No. Charisma
Oh.
bonus to hit, paladin level, and since it's undead, it's doubled. So +3 to hit, or whatever your charisma is to hit, and +2 to damage. On top of whatever you normally have.
Okay. This is
So you would do your basic attack roll, but add a +3 to hit on top of the basic attack, whatever its bonuses are.
okay. Basic attack and the +3.
Yes, on top of it, whatever it is normally. So if it's +4, it'd be +7.
So I'll roll a 1d20 +7 then.
Yes, if that's but your bonuses, then yes.
Oof.
Okay.
I roll 20, not net.
Alright, you hit, do your damage, and add a +2 to whatever your damage would normally be. And if the creature is still standing, you will still be able to do more damage. Like, you'll still keep the bonus against it until it dies.
It'd be +5 since I have a +3 to damage, apparently.
Yes.
Yep.
So, make your attack. Okay, you put a really big hurt on it, but it is still alive.
Ooh.
Also, keep in mind that whenever it tries to hit you, you get +3 to you get your charisma bonus and AC, and you still get your charisma bonus to hit and your bonus damage against it because you are still smiting it.
Right. Okay.
So,
that
until it
part
dies.
I remember.
It is Kalmar's turn. Your big buddy, you saw some great big blue chunks get torn off by rotten teeth. What do you do?
Oh, I approach the other ghoul on the other side.
All right, you're able to do that. How will you attack him? That is a 5-foot step, so I will allow you to make a full attack action.
Gonna use my.
If you want to use all your natural weapons.
Well, I have
And
my.
that thing is pretty disgusting. You sure you want to get a rotten meat all over your mouth and claws?
No,
Yeah.
I use my greatsword, obviously.
Alright then, I just conned you out of your attacks. Use your greatsword. Nah, it's fine. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh. So the attack bonus would be I roll it plus
Strength plus your base attack bonus to your total attack bonus, plus any other modifiers you may have, like from feats or skills or class features.
Okay.
It says you're a level 1 fighter. It just should be pretty basic.
Jeez. Okay.
Unless you want to try and trip the ghoul.
No.
Don't know why you would want to do that. There's a little. You hit. Do damage.
Alright.
Wait a minute.
Wait, how much is their AC?
Less than goblins.
Oh.
Goblins are really hard to hit. That's what you guys. They're not very strong, but they're
because
really
they're
small.
Yeah,
Take
they're small.
You take a big chunk out of it, but it yawns into your face with its fetid breath. It's kind of disgusting, but you don't have to make any rolls.
Alright.
It is
Disgusting
It
creature.
is.
Behold, the only one left.
Yes. Hold on. It is
Corieg.
Yamal's turn. I will say you'll be able to see through Corieg, but depending on your spell. What are you doing?
I'm gonna move here first.
Are you going to move through Corieg?
Attack of
Are
opportunity.
you trying to move through him? Hold on.
Move.
Hold on. Before you do that, you know that you will be triggering attacks of opportunities from the ghouls. You will get hit once, because the ghouls don't have like multiple attacks of opportunity. But if you do that, you will get hit once.
All right, I do have
You can see through Corieg, but depending on the spell, you might take a penalty to hit.
Alright, then I'll just take a 5-foot step here.
Alright. And what are you going to do?
Considering all of my...
Now, if it's like one of those insta-hit things like Arcane Missile, then I can't stop you. But if you are going to make a beam attack or something, then be careful.
Alrighty.
Just because Corieg doesn't take up a 20 feet square doesn't mean he's not in the way. Especially since those ghouls are trying to eat him.
Friendly fire.
I'm not gonna be a dick about it, but I'm just saying the potential is there.
Yeah.
Poor games.
Oh.
I was not expecting the ghouls. But no, it's the benefits and the cons of large size.
I am very concerned. I'm very concerned that Corieg is being eaten, so I'm going to cast Sleep.
You're going to cast Sleep.
Both of the ghouls.
Can you do it on both?
It's a 10-foot burst that.
All right then.
4 hit dice worth of creatures with 100-foot range.
All right. Well, you can only target one of the ghouls. Which one are you targeting?
It's a 10-foot burst attack for Sleep, first level.
Well, the ghouls are 20 feet away from each other. They're 15 feet away from each other, so you can only hit one with a 10-foot burst.
I thought a 10-foot burst meant a 10-foot radius instead of like a 10-foot square.
Well, they're 15 feet apart, is what I'm saying.
Ah, curses. Then I'll just daze one of them.
I mean, if you do want to burst both of them, you would hit Corieg potentially. So.
I mean.
Corieg needs a nap.
Yeah, that's just aiding the medicine happening.
Hold on, I have to look up something real quick. Are you going to daze them instead?
No, I'm going to cast Sleep.
Well,
Right about here.
Oh no.
Alright, make your roll. Alright, you're gonna hit Corieg and the 2 ghouls.
Yes, they're going to have a nap.
Alright then, make your roll. You'll make They have to make a will roll, right?
Do I have to save too?
No, I will say that he is able to angle it where it hits Corieg and the ghouls, but not you or Kalmor.
If I circle around here, it would hit the ghouls and yeah.
Yeah, he can angle it that it hits the 3 of them and not you 5. I have to look up how sleep works real quick.
Imagine just literally all of us falling asleep.
Gates, Corieg, I need you to make a will save, and can you tell me the DC for that save, Yamal?
Yes, I can, just real quick. Gates.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, do you have do you have a save for it? Oh, okay. So, okay then. Neither of the ghouls go to sleep. Corieg is now sleeping.
Just fucking face plants into the ground.
He is now prone.
I'm prone, paralyzed, and sleeping.
Neither of the ghouls are asleep.
Son of a bitch!
Undead cannot be put to sleep. I hope you know this.
I did.
That is a little bit of out of character knowledge, and you would not know that in character either. You just your spell just put Corieg to sleep. You hit him.
I did.
We're going back to
I
top of the
imagine
order.
Wilda did.
But these 2 were going to eat this big blue meatball, but now these 2 pricks have decided to try and attack them. So both the ghouls are going to refocus on the ones that hit them, and are going to try and eat them. This one is going to try and claw you twice, Wilda.
Oh no, I'm ready.
Alrighty then. 1d20 plus 3 slash 1d20 plus 3. That is a crit. That hits, and that does double damage.
Oh no. That's the second hit, right?
Yes, the second hit. The first one misses, but the second claw gets you real good.
It's because I'm not wearing this.
You take 8 points of damage. As the claw just rends you open.
Oh my
I need
God.
you to make I need to check the I need you to make 2 fortitude saves.
I am at 3 HP.
Oh.
Yeah, the ghouls have been pretty lucky. Nearly killed.
So 2 fortitude saves.
Yes, 1 for paralysis, 1 for ghoul fever. The DC for both is 13.
So what do I roll again?
You roll your fortitude. It's in your saving throws.
Top one. Fortitude, reflex, will.
Yeah, I mean,
Total.
is it D20?
Oh yes, it's always a D20 unless I say otherwise. When I tell you to roll something, I want you to roll a D20.
D20 plus.
If you need clarification, please ask, because I know that can be confusing.
Okay, that's 1.
Okay, you don't suffer from paralysis.
That's the other one.
You don't suffer from ghoul fever. Despite the fact that your blood goes splattering all over the wall and you feel a deep, tremendous gouging pain, you don't feel paralyzed or sickly. Just that you've lost a lot of flesh and blood.
I feel hurt. For
This
sure.
other one
That's
is
not
going to
very nice.
I feel hurt.
Is
Somebody hurt me.
This other one is going to try and claw you twice, Kalmar.
Oh no. Oh no.
Does the 21 hit?
Fuck you.
Okay then.
And before we all die and have to make new characters.
You take 2 points of damage, and I need you to make two fortitude saves.
Now that Corieg's on the floor, can I see and shoot past him?
You will not suffer any penalties from shooting past him. I really love that you tried to sleep the ghouls and you just put Corieg to sleep. That was great.
2 fortitude, right?
Hey,
I feel like Wilda should have known this.
learn.
Well, there was no communication beforehand. He just did
Alright,
it.
how long is he asleep, by the way? Because that has a limit, doesn't it? Like a timer?
Yeah. 1 minute per level, so he's asleep for
A
10
minute.
rounds.
Yep. You are paralyzed.
Oh no.
Frozen and helpless. You can easily resist it. Alright.
Fucking the.
Oh, I shouldn't have allowed Foss a new save each round, but yeah, it's fine. He's fine. We'll chuck it.
He's fine at 1 HP.
You do not contract ghoul fever. You are just paralyzed for how long is it? Doesn't
Fucking long time.
No, it should say right here. 1d4 rounds. Alright, / roll 1d4. Is that right? Yes. You're paralyzed for 5 rounds. Is this like this sort of like ghoulish like horror just like
Is
goes
there
through
any
your
way,
body?
anything I can do about that, or am I just fucked?
Nope. You failed your fortitude save. You're paralyzed. You are frozen in place. We're going back to Corieg. He's asleep. We're going back to Wilda.
Oh hi.
Fucker just ripped your chest open.
I needed that.
All right. Well, he. Oh, wait a minute. Oh yeah, he crit. Never mind. So your deflection bonus to AC wouldn't have mattered.
Mm-hmm.
You can still hit him really hard though.
I will do exactly that.
Okay, you still have your smite bonuses, so apply them.
No mercy for the undead.
Yep.
Watch as the party fucking dies.
Watch as Corieg dies.
Don't worry.
At least it'll be in his sleep.
None of you are in critical condition. I will say that.
Oh, what is there like a death store mechanic that this has, or nah?
If you go to 0 or below, you will slowly lose. If you go to 0, you're knocked out. You hit, do your damage. Also, if you hit your crit range, you have to tell me because I'm not watching your weapons for that. Just in future. If you roll the number on your crit range, which is a 19 to 20, just so you know. Just because you roll above it doesn't mean you hit it either. Just make sure you know. For the
Okie dokie.
because you got close. But in regards, what'd you ask, Derp?
So is there like a death store mechanic, or is it just like?
If you go to 0, you are knocked out. If you are below, you are dying. You will slowly lose the HP. When you get to a certain threshold, you will start to have to making the death saves. And if you fail 3 of them, you die. If you succeed 3 of them, you stabilize. If you don't, and that goes in chunks of 3, right? So you have your first 3 saves. If you make all 3, you're stabilized. If you make 2 but fail 1, you'll keep dying. If you make 1 and you lose 2, you'll keep dying. If you make all 3, you will die if you fail all 3.
Okay.
If you get hit while you're unconscious, you instantly fail a save. If you take any damage while unconscious or below 0, you instantly take a save, like you lose 1. You killed the undead. He is
Thank God.
He's fucking smited.
We go down to Kalmar. He is paralyzed. He cannot move. It is now your turn, Yamal. Your dragon friend is has frozen up, and that ghoul looks like he's about to tear out something juicy, something important.
Bang!
If you've noticed that unholy rage could be seen within Kalmor's eyes at this very moment.
No, in fact, it feels like ungodly fear. Like, oh god, this thing's going to eat up my fucking neck, and I can't do anything about it. All right, make your. That's a ranged touch attack, yes. Make your. What is its?
It's more. I have done nothing.
Touch AC. Probably. Is it just an 8?
Yep.
It misses.
Dun, dun, dun.
Alright, it is back to the ghouls. This ghoul is going to take a bite out of you, Kalmar. Since you are helpless in your paralyzed state, it gets a... Hold on, I have to check. I just don't want to...
Is it advantage or bonus?
He might just straight up just get the hit, because you're helpless.
Oh no.
Helpless. Helpless creature are otherwise completely out of opponent's eraser. A helpless creature is treating as having a dexterity of 0. That attacks against a helpless target get a punch floor bonus. Okay, so he doesn't get an instant hit. He just gets... You don't have... don't count your dex for your AC if you have any.
Let me look.
And he will get a bonus to trying to eat you. Which is going to be a...
Nom nom nom.
Plus, this is what it he tries to grab you and eat you, but instead he just sort of ends up awkwardly hugging you. You now feel like
sweet.
But he doesn't eat you.
Just gnawing your chest plate like tinfoil around a turkey leg.
It's more like he's like nuzzling into you, and it's really disgusting.
I'll take that. It's disgusting as hell, but I'll take that.
It is Corieg still asleep. It is Wilda's turn.
Okay, since can I move to that spot actually?
You can
so
move
I can
around
help?
easily because it's remember you move like 20 feet around, right? Because you're wearing armor.
Yeah, okay.
And each square is 5 feet. You can move diagonally, so 5, 10, 15 to get to him. Well, you would want to, end up there. Yeah, all right, that's fine. You want to make your attack?
Yes.
He is not smited, but you. I'm just thinking. Let me draw something real quick.
Okay, dokie.
There's what's the line thing again?
Oh, it's the fourth one down. If you're looking for that. If you're looking for,
you're not flanking. If you're flanking, you get a +2 to hit. But just make your normal attack roll.
Okay, then.
I call that flanking, but okay.
For the rule for flanking is that if your line doesn't go from how it works, if it doesn't go from the center of your square to your ally through the middle of the enemy, then it's not counting as flanking.
Yeah, you're also helpless, so it would not.
So technically, Wilda's flanking Yamal because you can draw a line straight through him, but you're not even like touching the ghoul like center mass, so you wouldn't be flanking. You would have to be here or here or here.
All right.
Does that hit?
You hit.
Okay, that's good. That's really good.
Damage. He was already weakened from before, so let's see if you can kill him. Don't roll 1.
Well, that's not a 1.
He's alive at 1 HP.
Oh, come on!
It is Yamal's turn.
Kill him!
Kill him! Be useful!
Frost.
Okay, how does that work? Is it a what is it?
3 freezing damage. Ranged touch attack.
Make your ranged touch attack.
I pray to the gods.
Dang.
That's it. It's just a 10. All right, I need you to make me another 1d20, just to make sure. Okay, it hits the wall. Going back up, it is the ghoul's turn again. In between his newfound lover and this woman who just hit him in the back, who does he want to kill? Oh, he wants to kill the woman.
Of course.
He's going to try and claw you twice.
Of course, Drow would make it in a second.
Do
I am
any
dead.
of those hit you?
I am gonna go down.
Is your
My AC is 15.
All right, he will do damage. Let's see what he rolls in my dice roller. I should keep a lot more of these rolls hidden, just for the sake of being a cheeky GM. You take 4 points of damage.
I am down because I only have 3 HP. I think what happens like
make a
Wilda.
fortitude save. You collapse. You're at -1 HP. You are now dying. For every round that passes, you take -1 to your hit point total until you are healed or stabilized, which can be achieved through the use of healing magic effects or a medicine check.
Okay, so I think what happens is like, she sees Yamal like panicking, and she thinks Yamal's panicking and tries to assure him like everything's gonna be okay, and then she gets hit.
As soon as you start to say okay, like the claw just like digs into the already like torn open wound, and you just pass out.
Oh yeah, literally just that.
And the ghoul just like sorts of like eats whatever it ripped out of you into its mouth.
Okay, that is gross, but okay.
But whenever it comes to your turn again, take a -1 to your HP.
Do I still
You're
have
at
to
-1
roll a
now.
fortitude save?
Yes, make a fortitude save, see if you can track ghoul fever. You do not take any
Oh
penalties for
Jesus.
this. Yes, you are dying.
I am dying, but at least I don't have fever.
Alright, so whenever you take -1, you have to make a constitution roll. But you do not have fever. We're going back to Corieg's asleep. Kalmar is paralyzed. This is his 3rd turn paralyzed, and 2 more turns he can act. Yamal, you're the only one who can act.
Hello.
Come on.
1 health points. Let's see if I'm a useless spellcaster. I cast once more Ray of Frost upon this thing.
See if you can hit.
Oh my god!
Finally.
Wait a minute. Did you have a +2 bonus this whole time?
I was looking for a spellcasting modifier, and I realized this isn't D&D 5th edition, and so I was supposed to be adding my ranged instead.
You could have hit last turn.
Oh my god!
I can make medicine checks.
All right then. Do you at least do 1 point of damage?
1d3. So
it's dead.
It's dead. It's just fucking freezes up and dies.
All right, that's the end of combat. Wilda is dying. So
I am dying.
So
standing up, I'm just like,
you're the only one who can act right now. What do you do in the next 10 seconds?
and make sure he hasn't hit his head on the floor. I'm gonna look at Dragon Boy. Make sure he's not too angry at me. Nope, he's totally angry at me. And then I'm gonna look over at Wilda and climb over Corieg and try and fix that.
Wilda, make a Constitution save.
Okay. How does Constitution work?
Okay, so
Again,
let me
It's the modifier.
Let me put the dying state in here. So how it works is that basically you take a penalty equal to your negative hit points, but you don't lose HP per turn unless you fail.
Okay. So I just roll d20.
You roll a Constitution, which is 1d20 plus your con.
That's my con modifier. Okay.
And unless I'm wrong, you're I have to check something.
Holy shit.
Okay, you take a point of damage. So you don't have like a set of 3 saves. That's 5e. You just keep taking damage until you reach like your con and negative HP. Then you start actually dying. Oh, actually, if your negative hit points is equal to your Constitution score, you die. So you can keep making saves until you get to that. So whatever your con score is, that's the amount of negative hit points you can have. But you're at -2, and Yamal, you are able to get over to Wilda now. I assume you're going to try and stabilize her.
I rolled a 16 and he rolled an 18 for that.
I'm asking. His 18 was the hit. You do not stabilize her. At this point, Yamal, Kalmar, you can act, but she is still bleeding out. Go ahead and make another Constitution save. Ori.
Okay.
Basically, how we're doing this is that at the start of the sort of pseudo combat, Ori will make her save, then you guys can heal her. She takes
just not
another point
rolling.
of damage. She is at -3.
This is
Both of you can act.
Kalmor would look over to the giant man, just looking him over, but then seeing he's asleep but breathing at least, he would rush over.
Wilda coughs up blood.
Yeah, he would rush over to Wilda and pull out his pack and see what he could do to help.
Do you have any particular items that can actually help?
Yeah, that's just.
All right, are you going to assist Yamal?
Yeah. So,
all right, Yamal. The next medicine roll you make, if you're trying to stabilize her, you get a +2 bonus from circumstance.
I whip out my pack, whip out the soap, whip out the sewing needle and thread.
Unless you're gonna sew soap into her body, you need to make that check.
A +2 circumstance bonus?
Yeah.
Yes, just apply a +2 to whatever your normal roll would be for medicine.
She'll be squeaky clean at least.
You do not make it. She is still dying. Make a Constitution save, Ori.
I guess I've just cleaned her up at this point.
You gotta prepare the body.
Oh ho ho. Does not one have anything special?
Think so? Wait. I don't know.
You can't really crit fail this. I'll say you just take another point of damage. You're at negative.
Thank God.
It is your two guys' turns.
Do I get to roll now, or?
You're assisting him.
Okay.
Unless you want to do something else, or unless you have a better medical score than him.
No, I don't.
You can only assist him.
Motivational speech.
I should have never taken my underwear off.
What does that have to do with anything?
It has everything to do with anything.
He's got the Lucky Brown smear on there.
What is your Constitution score, Wilda? Not the plus, but the raw number, the big one.
17.
All right then. So you got 30 more rounds to succeed.
I can still, get lucky. This is a great start for me, by the way.
First I thought it was the giant man who was gonna die. Then I thought I was the one gonna die, and now it's actually Wilda who's dying. Well, the midget over here is just failing.
I want to keep the ball rolling.
I'm gonna roll again.
All right. Just be ready to do it until she's stabilized, because
Slap some skin like this, please.
You don't make it. Or you make a Constitution save. You don't make it.
5. I roll an 8, and then I roll a 9.
You're taking a penalty from your negative HP, by the way. That's why it's getting harder and harder, because you're losing more and more blood. You can make another roll.
Wake up?
No. You need to. I think it's 2 more rounds. Then you wake up. But yeah, I think it's 2 more rounds because you were put to sleep for 10 rounds and 4 rounds passed in combat. So after this turn, you'll be awake. All right. So make your roll to stabilize her. All right, you stabilize her. She is no longer bleeding out of her everything. She is still at -5, but she is no longer dying.
So now we do heal. Now we do heal rolls, or
Both relieved and disappointed. She's not going to be beating her god today.
Medicine is heal. That's what I meant.
I mean, she was going to still. No, actually, no. I'm not gonna go there.
You are now stable though.
So I don't need to roll anymore.
All right. You are unconscious though.
Copes with humor.
Yeah.
Duke Mirage copes with humor.
You can make a DC 10 Constitution check each hour to become conscious and disabled, even though hit points are negative. And what disabled means basically is you can only take you can't do anything. You can barely move and act, but you can make a DC 10 Constitution check, Ori, if you want to see if you can wake up now, and you'll do so every hour.
No.
Alright, you're out. Corieg, you eventually wake up to seeing Yamal, who's fairly fine. And her hands are covered in human blood. Kalmor, who looks like he had a bit eaten out of him. You still feel horrible because everything was eaten out of you. And Wilda on the ground, who looked like she had a lot ripped out of her. But you're all alive and breathing.
Did I kill him?
Yes, big man, you got him.
He looks like he's had a redneck appendix removal.
No one knows what that is in this world, but yes.
She's had something taken out of her, and the rest stitched back up.
Corieg gets back up using his hammer as sort of like a cane or support.
Fresh. So, what's the
I will describe. You make your check every hour, Ori. So
We got some time.
is this a medicine check or just a straight D20?
Just give me a straight D20. This is for flavor. All right. So your wound will scar over normally, Ori. It looks like you had some horrible gouge marks in your body, on your torso, but nothing horrific or not easy to hide, but not easy to see when it heals up. You guys will notice.
Okay.
Looking at a sewing needle in my hand, traumatized.
You guys will notice that it looked like to be some sort of storage room. Like this used to be like a really large crate, along with this one. This looks to be like a cask of barrels that was like half ruined. It smells like fetid corpse and rot down here. There are 3 bodies of ghoul, one that is frosted and 2 that are bloody and broken. Your blood, all of your guys' blood except Yamal's is a little on the walls and stuff, but otherwise you guys are fine.
This is fun.
I want the 3 of you to also make me a perception check.
Hey, is this room? Is there more to this room?
That's what you're making the perception check for.
Because I have, if we're trying to like peer through the dark, I have. Oh no, I have low light vision. Okay, I'll make a perception.
And there is plenty of dried blood stains. Okay. Fucking...
Hey, look at me, the only good roll I've had today.
You don't need to roll Corieg, but you can if you want to.
I'm rolling anyways. Okay. I don't.
Corieg is utterly distraught and focused on Wilda, while Yamal and Kalmor, almost at the same time, they notice like, well, all the walls and though it smells horrible, it looks horrible. There's nothing down here. Both of them notice that on the right wall, the stone juts out like almost unnaturally.
Is Wilda still unconscious?
She is.
Corieg is gonna kneel down and pick her up.
How much do you weigh?
Or try to, at least.
You said that bar over there. You said like the ghoul was climbing over it. So is
it wasn't a bar. It was like more like like a half ruined like wine cask. This is like a storage room. Like there's barrels and those were half ruined wine casks. I was making it be a bar, but why would a bar be underground in a church? But you guys notice.
Wine's got to be served somewhere.
But you guys can see that there's a wall jutting out of the rock, and Corieg can carry Wilda easily, even though it strains him.
All right, lads, where are we off to?
Back to the bar, the inn. You're hurt. The girl's unconscious. I got a scar, and the gnome over here can't do jack shit.
Hey.
Okay, fine. You healed the girl. Good for you.
Straight.
He did some weird thing with his hands before I fell asleep.
Let's keep it at that, big boy. Let's keep it at that.
I'm gonna like go tug at the thing on the wall. and
No,
try
what
and,
are you
like,
doing?
ignore-
Are you sure you want to do that? Yes or no?
Just examine it close. Yes.
You can look at it. It's a rock that's sticking out of the wall, when otherwise the walls are pretty much smooth. It's like 3 inches out of the wall.
No,
Like a sort of like you could fit your hand around it, just about.
Kalmor would call out as he sees the gnome approach the thing they've both noticed. Gnome, don't. Just
It is up to you. Do you do anything
Okay.
to the stone beyond look at it?
Let's camp out top, and we'll come back to this later.
let's go back entirely and get out of there. There was goblins up top, and there were ghouls down here. Who knows what else might be prowling around outside?
You guys don't notice anything else. You didn't hear anything approaching. Especially with Kalmar's and Yamal's rolls, you guys are absolutely dead certain that you are alone right now. Even down here, you are absolutely certain that it's like a sixth sense.
Things.
Besides, who knows what may be beyond that? For all we know, that could be some sort of secret lever going into a treasure room. For all we
Are
know,
you sure you don't want to touch that stone though, Yamal? It looks so weird and out of place. Like it has to lead to something.
Okay, how about this? Send
Cor-
me tingling. You all go upstairs and stand outside so you can go back to the.
if we hear your
Sorry,
horrible
taking
screams,
all
we'll
my
leave. Yes, I like this plan.
Right.
Button. Because
Do
this
y'all-
looks like a button, and then I'll run away. And if nothing horrible happens, out and see if it's safe.
All right. So the plan is that the 3 of you are going to leave him down here while he tries to mess with the rock.
Top of the stairs.
Corieg isn't going to leave. He's gonna keep a hold of Wilda, but he's gonna let
You're gonna.
Kalmor pass, and he's gonna be he's not gonna go further into the room.
Stand in the
He's
hallway.
gonna stay here. He's gonna stay here at the doorway.
Well, I need you to like. You'll stay here then.
Okay.
Kalmor will be at the top of the stairs, and are
No,
you going to-
Kalmor would look over to the giant man, seeing that he's staying here. You're gonna stay here with the girl.
I don't want more people to get hurt.
Fine.
Okay.
Gnome, do
First-
your thing.
First, I blow in the cracks to see if there's any like.
All right. I will say that nothing
don't
will
know what it's
happen unless you touch it. So do you touch it?
Shit, and I'm gonna pull on it first.
It does nothing. Do you push?
Yeah, I thought it might have been a secret brick in the wall hidey hole first.
Do-
now
do
I
you-
press on it.
Okay. It enters the wall, and you notice that as it sinks into the wall, a hallway is revealed to you. Let me find my tool here.
Fantastic! I hate it.
Curious.
You should be able to see that.
We see just a long divot into the wall.
Yep.
I
That's-
can't
Just
figure that.
along.
Oh shit. I was darkening the wrong area. Hold on. You can see that it's a hallway that turns right.
Yeah. Can Corieg fit through that?
He cannot. He would have to do something. He would have to explain fitting himself through there. That and he doesn't really feel too well, and he's carrying an unconscious woman.
All right, friends.
I would say he would not, unless he has a reason or ability to explain why he could.
I'm just gonna say no. I can't fit through there.
Kalmor would
Sit
look
down,
over.
my
Kalmor would look over to the giant man holding the girl, and then over to the gnome. Gnome, we're gonna go through. We're gonna see what we can find. You watch the girl.
Okay. Stay safe.
We'll try.
Just I go forward and tie something around my waist, so
It doesn't look like
I get hit in the face.
the place looks just like the rest of the room. Dark, cold walls of stone, rough, but
Is it just as rotten and messy?
it doesn't
Or is it
smell
clean?
rot. But it doesn't look any better. It just doesn't smell like corpse.
Does it look like it's been well traveled or well used, or does it look?
It looks about as ill used as this room. It just looks like a hallway.
Hands on my pants and say, "All right, let's go."
All right, are you both entering it?
Yes, but
Yes.
I need a marching order. Who's going first? Who's going second?
I'm going second because the gnome isn't hurt.
All right, then I will say that if you run into something in the hallway, you will not be able to move through each other. This is a very narrow hallway. But you've decided your marching order.
Do you want to do that, Bert? Do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
You sure?
All right.
Okay.
You can enter the hallway.
Alright,
Court.
So I turned off the oven and
Move one square at a time, unless I say otherwise. But move freely.
While they're traveling, Corieg is going to sit down, sitting crisscross applesauce, and let Wilda lie in his lap while he puts his hands on his knees and just doubles over so that he can rest a bit more.
All right.
Yay.
I'm gonna stop.
Okay.
Look back over my shoulder at the door. No funny business is happening, so I'm gonna roll a knowledge dungeoneering check, even though
All right. Make your roll.
because it is a class skill. Though.
Don't mind me. I'm just rolling some dice.
Great job.
All right. Just make your dungeoneering roll. I assume you don't have any points in engineering.
Engineering, I have 1 point in engineering.
Oh, okay,
so-
okay. Make your roll.
Actually, I don't have a point in. I have +1 in dungeoneering.
Oh, I said engineering.
Skills.
Engineering is what I meant. I know you have dungeoneering. I was asking if you had any points in engineering. Like an engineer.
Oh, I am proficient in craft carpentry.
Okay, well, you have to roll because you didn't roll proper. Do the roll again.
I know.
You
my dungeoneering
you
check.
don't see anything. You can tell that it was just like it was a simple hidden door. That's all you can tell.
Can I make a roll?
Cool.
Yeah, no, maybe.
Stop.
Okay.
I want you both to make a perception check.
That white noise is ominous.
Oh my god.
No!
Neither of you
Oh
hear
my
anything.
god.
When you round the corner, stop for a moment. But otherwise, yeah. Because you will see the rest of the hallway when you do that. But we'll go ahead. All right, so let me reveal the rest of the hallway. It's just like the first one, but at the end there's this old, crooked, like a ramshackle door. Yamal, as a carpenter, you can tell that this door is it's barely on there. Like no proper craftsman has tended to it. This is a shitty door, but it is a wooden door nonetheless.
It is a stationary object, yes?
The door is moving at you, trying to eat you. It's stationary.
Okay, I'm going to hang on. Measure a thing.
All right.
All
What
right.
are you
I'm
doing?
going to
What are you doing, gnome?
hang on.
All right. You can keep moving.
Gnome, what are you doing?
I knew
I'm
it.
gonna melt the door.
We saw how well that ended last time.
You guys are making
This
a lot of
time
noise.
it's not moving. I cast acidic ray on the door.
All right. The door is not moving, so add a +5 to your hit. You hit the door.
Does it melt?
do 2 damage to it. I guess.
Oh, I have to look up the properties of a door. You melt like a peep-sized hole in it, and you burn some of the front of it with your acidic ray.
Hooray!
The door is still there, if sizzling. The air is starting to smell a little acrid now. Just a titch.
Well, that was ineffectual.
The door does not look any more impressive. It just looks more sad.
I cheer up the door.
You're resting right now.
Yeah.
Are you done exploring, Gnome, or are we going to keep going?
I'm so nervous. I don't like being underground. That's another difference between gnomes and dwarves.
I will say, if you want to move past one another, you can. It'll just be a really tight squeeze.
Tight squeeze.
And if you have to do it in combat, it will take up your entire turn.
All right, I'm gonna peer up through the hole I burned.
You see nothing. The hole is too small.
I'm gonna just push on the door. Then I'm just gonna open it.
All right, the door swings open, and you are greeted to a sight. You see a large altar that is flowing with crimson red. You're not quite sure if it's blood or a carpet at first, but a second glance reveals that it is a carpet. And atop it is a rather peculiar creature. You guys see like a hidden altar to, well, neither of you have religion, so it just looks like a hyena-faced god. That is the black square is the altar, the red's like the flowing carpet underneath and atop it. It looks very ratty and ragged, but both of your eyes are not drawn to the altar or the carpet, rather to the creature that is kneeling before it. I just tried to kill it. Let me not do that.
Is it a real creature? Oh boy.
It is a gnoll, and it looks like a mutant. Let me find its exact description. Oh, I just put it into the map layer, didn't I?
Oh no.
It needs to be a token layer.
Ready your diplomacies.
Now you guys can see it, or should be able to. The gnoll. This humanoid creature. No, that's the wrong creature. Patchy matted fur covers this mutated hyena-headed monster. An acidic green drool pours from its ravenous maw. I actually had handouts I forgot to use, but I was gonna give you guys a handout of the ghoul so you could see it, like its face. Let me do that now for posterity.
They be gross.
Now you can see it up close and personal, but those are already dead. I will show you the gnome mutant.
Nasty.
And it looks like that, but it has green sludge pouring from its maw. And I assume neither of you speak Gnoll then.
No.
Do you? All right. It raises its rather.
Speak a few languages.
It raises its rather cruel but vicious-looking longsword, and I want you guys to roll for initiative.
Oh no.
I should really be rolling these. All right then. So it's going to be the Gnoll, mutant, Kalmor, then Yamal. So it'll snarl and jitter and cackle as it moves over, its mouth pouring with slime. It looks like this horrible mixture of like aberration and Gnoll. It will try and hit you. Flash.
No, Auntie Griselda, I don't want kisses.
Does a 9 hit you?
Shit, it doesn't.
All right, the blade misses. It is your turn, Kalmar. The gnome is I mean, you can peer over the gnome, but you can't exactly reach the mutant.
If I used my spear sling, would I attack?
You could do so without issue.
Alright.
The gnoll is easily 7 feet tall.
Alright, then no.
Its arm is deformed. It has bits of metal sticking out of it. Bone in some places.
I can only get turned on so much. Stop.
It looks foul and diseased. Like if you touch it, you're probably gonna die sad and alone and never knowing love. It looks like even like if the ghouls were like chlamydia, then like this gnoll is like super chlamydia with STDs.
Alright.
Oh my god.
But you can make your ranged attack with your throwing weapon.
The
Yeah,
rules are
no,
syphilitic insanity. This thing is hairy gonorrhea.
Yep, you get your full attack bonus.
Yeah.
Hit, but not
Yeah, then I'll do that then. Use the
like I
spear
had
sling.
that more
Gross
ingrained.
myself out with that metaphor.
Yeah, well, it is a pretty disgusting.
Same.
Don't let the gnoll kiss you.
I think that's right.
Just want to give it a smooch.
Does that use my ranged modifier? Is that
It uses your strength because you're throwing.
Okay.
You can use throwing weapons with strength.
Okay.
That's one of the big good things about it being a melee character and carrying around throwing weapons is that you don't need a high dex to use them.
Mhm.
If you wanted to get the bow. 12. That I'll say that hits.
Okay.
Do your damage.
Right.
This is like a pseudo boss mob. So
It's tougher
Two,
than other assholes.
your spear like sort of like hits it and it just like snaps halfway through into it.
Like hits it in the shoulder and
the
it
gnoll
snaps
sorta
as it breaks.
chuckles, like as like the thing like barely enters its arm. Yamal, it is your turn.
I'm
Got
going to once more cast sleep on this motherfucker.
you're gonna cast sleep. You're gonna take an attack of opportunity if you do.
I'm okay with that.
All right then. So before you can cast, he'll make his attack of opportunity. He crits. Okay then.
That's fun.
I thought you guys would be like the one, like after like the goblins. I thought you guys would just like absolutely destroy this, but no.
They were goblins, man.
There are off days.
All right then.
There are definitely some off days.
Thankfully, he just has a long sword. You take 8 points of damage.
Cool. That
And,
gives
you
you
have-
1 health point.
You have to make a concentration roll, so we have to look up what that is.
Oh.
I haven't cast the spell yet.
Well, you're getting hit, so you have a chance of not being able to finish it.
Although I do have combat casting as my feat, so that's +4 to concentration checks.
All right. You need to. What's your spell level?
That's spell level 1.
So you need to make a 19 concentration check DC in order to cast.
Well, I guess I did that.
You can get your sleep off.
Nice.
This creature has. How many hit dice does it have? Okay, I see.
4 or less, I will take that.
Fuck
and put
me. All right, it's asleep.
to sleep.
Disengage. Disengage.
All right. So
My
the gnoll
honest
just sorta
opinion, you
falls
guys
down.
should come back.
Oh well, it's asleep right now.
My honest
Um,
opinion, the gnome should
I
get out of my
know.
way and I should stab the motherfucker.
It's kind of helpless. Like as long as you don't like try and kick him, like he'll stay
I
asleep.
turn around like wild-eyed, bleeding from like a gash on my face. I'm
Not your face. That's more like your entire torso.
like bleeding from the shoulder and chest area.
Like you're lucky you didn't lose organs from that cleave.
And I'm just like holding my chest, like, we're leaving. We're setting this fucking place on fire.
It is made of stone. You cannot set it on fire.
Oil to set whatever the fuck I want on fire, Drow.
Well, that's your turn. The gnoll is asleep. It is back to your turn, Kalmar.
How many? Do we know how many turns it's gonna be asleep for, or?
10 rounds, but he's asleep right now. He's helpless. You could coup de grace him if you wanted to.
Let me check my character sheet
When
real
a
quick.
creature is totally helpless, you can just instantly kill it, like a baby.
What's
Do it.
So what were the bonuses to hit then?
You'll just straight up hit. He's asleep.
So it's more just I roll to see if I
He
crit.
can't dodge. He can't block. He can't defend.
I
If you
remember
want to take
correctly,
your
you
time,
a full round action to make sure it's a crit, and
like you could take your time like aiming up a blow into swinging. There is a chance he could live if you don't like if you like rush to hit him right now, you might not kill him. But if like you take a round or
Can we
two,
move past the gnome?
you can move past him.
I'm just gonna kind of
You can move past him throughout issue because he has these corner spaces.
we'll switch spaces.
So you want to basically just like get over him.
Pretty much, because
Switch
How
spots.
are you going to coup de grace him?
well, first I would look over at the gnome who's had the gash to him and say, "Get on the other side of him, a little bit away, and get yourself ready."
I mean, if the Yamal has a knife, he could join you in stabbing him.
You have a knife?
I have a sickle, yes.
All right. Yeah. Do you want to? Okay. So, both of you, make me an attack. Just roll your damage. Make your attack rolls and make your damage. Just make sure you don't roll crit ones.
Okay.
So can we take time to make sure it's a crit, or
Every round you take, you will not get a guaranteed crit. I would just say you guys have an incredibly easy way to hit.
Oh wait, hang on. I pull out my gnome hooked hammer and I just line up the hook with the face.
All right. Well, you guys,
Get rid of this.
you guys just make your rolls.
yeah?
All right. That was your to hit into damage, right? Oh no, that was your concentration check. I want you guys to roll the hits as well, because you guys can fumble. This is still a high tense situation. Just because you have 10 seconds to line up your strike, I won't say that this isn't still a harrowing combat experience.
I mean, we don't have 10 seconds to. We have 10 rounds.
Which is a minute at best. A minute passes very quickly.
Hold on, I gotta figure out these things again.
I'm not saying that you guys won't hit. I'm just saying that you won't get an instant kill on the first hit because he is a mutant. He is not a human being or a common normie. I'm sorry that both of you are out of this. But okay, then. So you crit derp.
Oh my god.
That's a good crit.
No.
That's a good.
Bert, I want you to roll another d20. What
There
the
you go.
fuck?
We go.
I'm not sure if you should slice your own throat out or what. I'm confused. Alright, you barely... I don't know. I'll come back to you. You straight up just like...
We go.
You straight up just decapitate the gnoll as Yamal like you
Critical
slip on
gnoll,
the
critical
carpet
gnoll.
and you take a
Critical.
you accidentally chip like a bit of Kalmar. Kalmar takes 2 points of damage.
I'll take that.
As a sickle just sort of bites into your arm, it's like you swing your sword down at the right time. That the
Well, like I swung my
popping
sword
off.
down, and then he swung his weapon, and not timing it
And
right.
and he slipped on the rug underneath him, and
Yeah.
Kalmar is just has like a weird looking hook stuck in his arm, like.
No, I would have swung the sword down, done the deed. The thing would have hit me. I just look back up the gnome. You stupid idiots.
right, combat is over. You can try and search the knoll, although it doesn't look safe, and you'll notice there is a item in the altar.
Critical gnoll, critical gnoll.
The item
Critical. Critical.
it is bounced perfectly, and I will show you what it looks like in a moment.
I'm gonna just have a sit over here. I'm gonna just sit against. The
You guys
wall
should be
for a
able to
minute.
see that.
Yeah.
All right, that is the item.
That's
you see.
pretty.
That's a real fancy chimney cleaner.
It is. It looks like a sort of staff mixed with a pickaxe or a scythe. You guys aren't exactly sure. You guys don't recognize the design or the craft, but it's floating slightly in front of the altar place where you would place offerings.
It's floating.
Yep, just like a few inches off the ground.
Shit. I need to learn how to do that.
Do you grab it?
Can we take a perception check on it or nah?
You guys, Yamal can make a knowledge arcana check on it. Otherwise, there's nothing you can do.
Oh, cool. You could ask Yamal.
Pretty much. Know anything about this gnome?
Nope.
That he doesn't know what the fuck it is. Neither of you do.
Wonderful.
The spirit of Wilda.
It seemed to be that the gnoll was guarding it or something. His fur does look incredibly gray and old, but he was still incredibly strong. Oh, Yamal can attest to that one.
Vampire Knoll.
Motherfucker.
He was not a vampire.
Or was he?
I'm gonna do a thing.
He was a mutant. What are you doing?
Okay, looks like that's happening. Kalmor would approach the artifact before reaching out a hand and grabbing it.
All right, give me a d20 roll.
Numbers.
Do
Fuck.
3.
All right, I want you to make a will save.
Dun, dun, dun,
Tell me your
dun, dun, dun.
alignment and give me a will save.
Alignment?
Yes, what is it?
We never figured that out. We never covered that.
Oh, then you're just neutral.
You should have applied it then, because that was something you should have done in your own time. Well, you're going to be treated as neutral good for the purposes of this, so make a will save.
Alright, so how do I... Will... Oh, okay, so just roll whatever, or...
Roll your will save. It is where your fortitude, reflex, and will is. Whatever it says for will.
It says 0.
Then roll a 0.
Roll 1d20 plus 0, so.
Yes,
Oh.
that's what I mean.
Okay, that's what I was asking.
Your rolls are 1d20 unless it says otherwise.
Yeah. Oh.
Alrighty then. You feel a really bad feeling wash over you, but then it passes.
I glance over at him like, cool, you did get hit by lightning. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Let's go.
I haul myself to my feet, still holding whatever hernias may be trying to struggle out of my abdomen. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop.
Ominous silence.
Corieg and Wilda are snoozing. I walk out like, hey, we got a thing. I got a grievous flesh wound.
The gnome got hurt and I killed a gnoll. Let's get the hell out of here.
Right.
Fuck off.
Korg will stand up with Wilda and now that seeing that they're both okay, will begin making his way out.
Alright, you four are able to leave without issue.
I've changed myself to 1 health point.
Just stop moving your tokens, everyone.
Okay.
Let me get them. Stop moving, so I can copy them. And we can move back to the. We don't need to go back to the ruins. We can. We can go back to the ruins if you guys.
Kind of just skip back into town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
I have no argument.
I think we explored everything at the ruins, pretty sure.
Yeah.
You kind of did.
On the way back to town, I attempt to cast Mending on the book to pass the time.
It does nothing. Just mind. Hold on.
Awesome.
Alrighty then. So, don't mind your tokens that are over there. They don't exist. You guys can explore any section of the ruins if you want to. I will not say you will find much, or you can head back to town.
I mean-
Back down, pretty please.
I'm still unconscious at
You're
this point,
unconscious,
so you
can't,
know.
you can't emote. I'm sorry. You cannot put a decision.
I hold the sleeping Wilda up to my ear. What is it? What do you want to do?
I will say that even if you are incapacitated, just if something happens in the future where like you need to have a player input, you can. But for in-character input, when you're unconscious, nothing.
That's
I'm
understandable.
not gonna totally.
Holding Wilda up like a magic conch shell.
But you guys will make your way back to town. It is quite late at night as you make your way down to the coastal port town. You all feel ragged and rather tired and pained, but you are all still alive, some barely.
It's okay, you can save me.
By now, I've like taken my shirt off, cleaned myself up. Oh God, clones!
What happened to our clones?
Don't worry, the magic of the world. So they went away.
But you guys will make your way back to port without issue. Guards give you some strange looks. I will say that there are a few things. You could make your way back to the man who hired you. The local church, you could go there for healing. Or you could go shopping. You don't have to go do those in any particular order.
Corieg is going to take Wilda to the church.
Follow them to the church so we can get all this cursed bullshit checked out. By cursed bullshit, I mean cursed items. Namely, like my
rolls. Are you sure you guys should do that? Because if you don't have, if you show those off to the church people and don't have anything to give Julian, who knows? Maybe they might take them. You could
church, Corieg, Wilda, heal, please? Question mark.
You guys could easily hide the items on you.
You two go to the church. Me and the gnome have some things to talk about.
Okay, I approve of this.
I'm gonna go find Jesus real quick. Be back in a bit.
I need a new shirt. Mine's got a bit too much red on it. I looked to the dragon man, so it's like, okay.
Both of you are having your private conversation as a Corieg. You carry Wilda to a stone building. It's tall. The doors are wide enough for you to fit in, but it's just barely. A priest, an older woman in a blue and white cloak will come out, and she'll look to the paladin in your arms and back to you with a bit of apprehension but concern.
Whoa, what's this?
Undead, hurt, heal, please? Question mark.
Give me a persuasion roll, Corey.
Oh my god.
Or whatever it is. You're not lying, so you will be using persuasion, and I will be applying a bonus in my head. I will be applying penalties. Persuasion or diplomacy, whichever one it is.
Oh, it's diplomacy. Okay, I didn't.
It's diplomacy because I have the one that's a higher roll. Yes.
All right.
16.
The woman seems troubled, but she's like, "Oh, okay, well, come in. Watch your head. You're both taken in. Normally we would charge for such things, but she's clearly a paladin Sarenrae. I don't
just heal her. I'll find a way to manage myself if it's need to be.
All right. Just calm down. All right. The woman in question will go around the healing. Wilda, you gain 7 HP. And Corieg?
I am at 2 HP.
You gain 4 HP. You are now awake now, Wilda.
You're awake, but everything hurts.
Pretty much. I feel like Wilda's gonna wake up with a gasp and then cough a little bit, but she's still gonna be lying down and hurting all over.
Yep, you wake up in a church with a Corieg and a A woman of some faith. It is the I have to. My gods, I should have done this. It is the god of Desna.
Does anyone have anything to talk about with me here?
Let's finish up this church scene real quick, then you guys can talk.
Right.
Yeah, you're awake now.
Nah, I'm awake now, but I'm probably still in shock for a bit. Just for a
A
bit.
little bit, but soon enough you're able to regain your bearings.
Corieg
So
is rifling like through his pouch, even though they said that they'll like do it for free, and he's really bad at math. He like scrounges through his pouch and pulls out like 4 gold pieces. He doesn't know how much healing costs, but he's making an effort.
The woman will gingerly take it and pat him on the arm. The priestess.
Thank you.
It's fine.
what's happening? Where am I?
You're in the Church of Desna with the lovely little port town. I forget the name of, but
Oh, we're back?
You got hurt by
This
ghouls.
She
Really
feels okay. Oh, okay. She frowns a little bit because, evil. Okay, is anybody else hurt?
Not
Everybody.
not as bad. I'm fine. They seem fine.
That's good. That's good. Like, she lets out a sigh of relief.
I would say that
Okay,
any more
that's good.
healing will cost a substantial amount of money, but I felt obligated enough to help you a little.
She turns to the elder woman and bows her head a little. Thank you so much for helping me.
She nods.
Now, Corieg,
Hmm.
where are the others?
Oh,
What did you find?
they're talking about something that they got.
No, that wasn't said. It was just that they had to go have a chat.
Oh, they're not talking about something they didn't get.
Okay. Well, then we need to go catch up with them, right?
As that's happening, what are Kalmor and Yamal talking about?
So Kalmor would pretty much drag the gnome back, close to the tavern, pretty much around that same alleyway where he saw that human child steal his whatever that he stole in the very beginning of all this mess. Near that, and pretty much just look down at him, trying to intimidate the.
Pretty much dragged him.
Yeah, pretty much dragged him over there and tried to intimidate him. He had motioned back to his pack where he had stored the artifact he had found before, and he had stored it before in the pack before they went back to the main room, back in the little dungeon place. Looking at the gnome. This is mine. This is payment for what happened. The others do not need to know about this. You understand?
I don't have it. I wrapped it up in the bag and I gave it back to Wilda.
The what?
The knife.
No, it's the two-handed axe-looking thing.
It's
not two-handed.
It's the artifact we found after killing the gnoll, because I kept on to that.
I got this shit slashed out of me standing in front of you, and you want to talk about keeping that thing for yourself?
Do you want your shit slashed in again?
Do you want a lesson in linguistics, please?
I would like you to make an intimidate roll, Derp.
I have lost too much blood.
It's hilarious because.
Why are you so violent? Too much blood was shed these days.
You can make a sense motive.
Oh.
And I will tell you guys.
Oh, come on!
This all comes off as like some sort of like bad joke or like, and like even Kalmor is aware of it. Like he cannot be like he does not sound threatening. Like schoolgirls are more threatening than what he's saying.
I'm from the mean streets of Gnome.
Like their job was to
Gnomesburg.
read like spooky shit, and like it comes to his mind like it's just not good.
Straight out of Gnome Tin.
Pretty much. It sounds like that's what Kalmor sounds like right now. But I make a sense motive, if you wish. Kalmor to see Yamal, not Kalmor, to see if he really means it or not, or we're trying to get a beat on him, because this is rather weird behavior. And I would say would warrant a sense motive. Nice to fall as they may. Derek, were you actually going to kill him if he pursued, or were you just trying to push him over?
Push him over, threaten.
You get the vague feeling that he had more bark than bite, especially with how much of a bad job he's doing at it.
How about I do you a favor and I ignore all of this bullshit because I have a headache and I'm pretty sure it's hydration headache, but not because I'm lacking water, but because I'm lacking blood. Job, and I'll make everyone some like pudding with raisins in it, and we can all have a fucking nap, okay? Okay.
Yamal,
I'm just rubbing my face.
Yamal, make me a diplomacy check with a +4 bonus. I don't like to force you guys to use dice, but I do want to have dice to help determine the results of this instead of you guys just shouting each other over. If that's fine with you guys.
I may not like the results, but I'd rather have dice than just.
Because we can waver dicks all we want, but I want the dice to determine how your characters really feel about it.
Oh yeah. So diplomacy, it's
you get a +4 bonus from just the circumstance.
Waving your dicks without me?
I'm an isosahedron.
Yeah.
+3 I already have.
Yes, you get the +4 on top of that. This sounds pretty convincing. Like you can't if you really tried, you could find faults with this, but really you don't have any reason to be bitching or moaning. It seems pretty reasonable.
Man, you're the least cut up out of all of us.
Especially since he looks so like he's about to die.
Fine. Talk about it later. That's pretty much just. That's pretty much all he would do, and just pretty much all he would do, and just look over to where the church was and motion his head over to it.
All right, you four will basically reconvene right outside in between the two areas. Wilda, how you feel and look right now, which is really not good, is about as it looks like Yamal's going through the same thing. Corieg looks kind of okay, and Kalmor looks like he's barely been scratched.
Pretty sure that Wilda isn't really standing as peppy as she was before.
Yes.
So she'll be limping a little bit for sure. That is for sure. But she will try and smile at the other two when they arrive. It's like, hey, but it's really really strange.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna go get food.
Look at that. The tavern's just down the way.
Corieg is going to go towards the tavern, but then he's gonna make a beeline towards the coast or beach, or if there is one available.
Why?
Big guy, where are you going? I'm gonna try.
I would like you all to go to the tavern.
All right.
Just so you can turn in your goddamn quest and not have a beach episode.
That's what I'm doing. I'm just trying.
I trust them to handle it.
I'm fast. I don't want to be mean, but I want you there.
All right, fine.
It's a story thing. I don't want to railroad you, but
slightly railroaded.
We're not having a beach episode. Plus, there's not a lot of sandy beaches. This is a port town that's more like a natural coast that the city's been built into. It's more docks than.
I was just gonna go fishing.
do you have the tools to fish?
Yeah, I do.
Well, you can fish. I have plans. You can fish later. Okay.
You can fish after, yeah.
Let's turn in the quest. But the four of you, I assume, go back to the tavern. Yes. You see that
No,
it's all...
I do.
All right. I assume all four of you do, unless there's objections. As you enter, it's fairly late. There's quite a few drinkers, but you notice that off in the corner, Julian is sitting there with several drinks and a confident smile on his rather smug-looking face as he notices the four of you. Back already, I see. I was expecting it to take maybe a day or two.
We work fast and messy, just like your mom.
Do you actually say that?
I have lost blood, and I am pissed off. My own comrade just tried to shake me the fuck down. But we also have a lot of things.
Alright, so the news of being shaken down is news to all of you but Kalmor and Yamal. And, Wilda, you see like a noticeable twitch.
Wait, no, I was asking out of character about that. I wasn't, like, I was asking Bert, I wasn't saying that in character.
Like, talking in a Brooklyn accent when I'm not.
I mean, I assume you just naturally said that.
No, I was like asking Bert, really?
No, not you. Yamal.
I did not out loud say, I was just explaining my reasoning why I'm being...
Yeah, so that just the first bit, not the second. Okay.
So to clarify, the mom bit was said, I see, but the rest of it wasn't.
Yes.
That was what I was rolling.
Okay.
Wilda, you notice that the mention of his mother, you see like his face, like the corner of his mouth, there's a twitch, like you don't know why, but you just hone on in it, like his face like threatens to break for a moment, but it just returns to a calm smile. Maybe it's just the pain getting to you. But but the rest of you don't notice it, as Julian just sort of smiles. He's like, "Well, it's good to see that you are all in relatively one piece. Can you come over and show me what you found? I would like to take a look at it."
Okay.
All right. So you have the book, the dagger, and the odd scythe staff. The dagger is in possession of Wilda alongside the book, and the staff is in possession of Derp. Do you choose to keep any of these items, or do you all give them over?
The book is
I don't.
shit, so we're just gonna...
I don't really see a sense in keeping any of these, but as I like take them out, I'm gonna be explaining like, Mr. Julian, a lot of these items seem to carry some sort of evil intent. So I don't know what you're using these for or why you're collecting these, but you should be really, really careful. Does that happen? Does that shake anything?
Julian takes a nod of affirmation. He's like, "Yes, I am skilled in handling such items." He'll take up the dagger and he'll inspect it. You see his eyes narrow, sort of a glint in his eyes. It's like, "Wow, this actually has a bit in it. Well, good job." He'll stick the knife in the table beside him.
Okay, as he grabs it, can
counts.
I sense motive for a bit?
You can make a sense motive roll. He'll look to Kalmar. His eyes sort of like bore into him, and he can feel them, almost expectingly.
Kalmor would frown at the man.
That's funny.
Before you react, make another roll, Kalmar.
Will roll?
Holy shit, Ori,
Okay.
you did it.
Ori, you get the absolute sincere feeling that he is pleased. Like this has gone according to plan. Like you don't sense any malicious intent, but you see like he's not like, oh, these guys are total fucking idiots. It's more like, yes, they did exactly what I wanted. Perfect. And it's written all over his fucking face.
Oh no. What do I do with this information actually?
Like Pinky in the Brain kind of according to plan. Like, yep. That's my job.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Julian,
Hey,
what exactly are you collecting again?
man, we're not done. Kalmor, you got some.
Oh, give me a second. Let me explain what Julian's going to say once I think on it. He chuckles and smiles, rather sweetly at her. And says, "Oh dear, it's simple. I collect things. I work with people. I have contacts. I aim to lock these things up safely. Maybe for study, but certainly not for evil intent. I know I'm not exactly the magical-looking sort," motioning to his rather rough and tumble, like leather clothing, like that has pockets and whatnot. But I can certainly take care of myself, and I do represent certain people. Powerful people, in fact.
Yamal is just snickering to himself, like.
But his eyes would flick back to Kalmar. "I noticed that you still have something there. May I know what it is, or something happened?" You get a bit of a sinister feeling from that one, Wilda. No one else does.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I do. So
I'm using your sense motive roll. That's why.
Mm-hmm. I'm standing in front of Kalmar, right?
You guys are just around this table.
Oh, around this table.
This isn't for
Okay.
scale. This is just for to show who's where.
Okie dokie. I really don't know. The sad thing is, I know this thing, but I don't know what to do with this information in character.
Sometimes you can't do anything.
You have to keep it to yourself unless you can do something with it.
Okay, fine.
All eyes are on you, Kalmar.
Kalmor's own eyes would bore down into Julian's before he would remove his sack from his back and pull out the staff he and the gnome had found within the dungeon.
You can see that his eyes widen and his mouth opens a bit. "Oh my, so you did find that."
Yeah, what do you mean by that?
Oh, it's
Or something like it.
it was the one of the relics of that old cult that inhabited the building before they overran the religious folk there, the proper good ones, you see. They had such cool items. I believe it was an altar to some god of monsters, whatever. I didn't really look into the details, but
something worshiping another something was still there, and it kind of cut us up.
What was it? Julian would lean forward, interested.
An old gnome.
Thing. Big, ugly.
A gnome. Interesting. They have often been known to serve monstrous deities. I imagine it must have been some old, forgotten guardian.
Can I roll a religion check to see if I know this thing, or is it something that's beyond my thing?
Religion. Roll religion.
Okay.
But, the staff is in your hands, Derp.
There's a table before us, right?
I am 20.
Yes, the man is sitting at a table.
Right. You pretty much just take the staff, and then place it down on the table. Take a small, a hesitation before he let go of it, and return his hand to his side.
I rolled a 20. Do I know it?
I DM'd you what you would know.
Oh, okay.
Julian will not. He'll hover his hand out, and you actually see that the staff will levitate into his hand as he looks it over, and it crackles with like a sharp pop of dark magic. But he just smiles, like he chuckles like it's like a child, and he puts it away in a sack. It just sort of like disappears into the sack. Well done. He would start clapping. Well, I suppose the four of you have earned a reward. Give me a moment. He'll reach around in his pockets and he'll pour out 4 stacks of gold, pretty hefty, and put them down. Each one is 500. One for each of you. I don't mean to bother you too much, as I know you all look very tired and injured and probably want to either get healing or just rest up. But if you guys stick around for a few days, I'll be back with another job, one that might be a little more suited to your skills. Not that you guys aren't capable, but clearly that took a lot out of you, you know?
Mm, maybe.
I'm in awe at the most amount of money I've ever seen
All
in
of you
front
gain
of me ever
500,
at once.
by the way.
500 gold. Jeez.
Money I have ever seen or let alone owned in the same place all at once.
Remember, this is just scruples for me.
The lizard man would pretty much open up his coin purse, shuffle the new coinage into it, tie it up, and return it back to his side.
This is me being nitpicky, but honestly, with the amount of gold, it would probably have been easier to make that your new coin purse, and then put your old money into it.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But Julian looks to the four of you guys. Would you guys be interested in such an offer, or do you have other plans?
We'll think on it.
I'll give you guys 3 days. I need to take these to places, talk to people, see what else I need to find. You know, I have so many clients to deal with. After all, he would do like the open hand, like side to side thing. Like, what can you do?
I know. I understand.
I have some shit to buy.
All right.
I'm feeling tired.
All right. Julian would chuckle and smile, and he'll point to Wilda.
Yes,
I
Mr.
have
Julian?
some information for you. He'd give a wide smile, and that is where we will end the session.
Oh my gosh.
Sounds good.
So each of you will gain 1,500 XP, which would put you to level 2.
Yeah.
And next session is going to be a bit of downtime. You guys are going to have 3 days of downtime, unless you all decide to go adventuring. You guys can, if you guys wish to, I'll say you guys can, you guys can all heal yourselves to full for 50 gold. For Corieg, it will be 100.
I have something, for the downtime for sure.
But we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
So our next quote-unquote episode will be the beach episode then.
No, it'll be like you'll have 3 days to mess around, and I'll give you guys each your own little NPC to fuck with if you want to. But otherwise, we will get back to the adventure either that session or next session after that.
We're gonna have a longer session next game, or
how did you guys like that?
I loved it.
I really did.
Excusing my mistakes, because I made a few mistakes with the enemy set.
I may have been a bit useless later in the game, but
you did good. It's just like, well, that happens, you know. Like Corieg got put to sleep when there were still 2 ghouls. Like, if you 2 hadn't moved in, Corieg might have died.
That is true.
You could have died if you know, like I wasn't expecting it to be that more mortality focused. I was expecting the ghouls to go down a lot easier, but then I overestimated your guys' strength. But you guys are all level 2. You guys can either level up now or discuss it with me later. I would like to talk about other things right now, but you guys all have your gold. You are now all level 2, and you completed your first quest, which is retrieve some stuff from a ruins.
I have so many questions, but not anything relating to.
Well, you could throw things at me in DMs, and the most I'll do is chuckle darkly. But I would like to talk to you guys about this group get together. So I want to know what you guys want from the campaign. Do you guys want NPCs? Do you want a huge story? Do you want to see particular things? I would just want to hear you guys' thoughts on what you want to see or what you want to do or what you want your characters to do. And that can be either in DMs or in this voice chat with each other to bounce around ideas. But I just want you guys to take a bit to sort of discuss, like, what would you want, basically?
I mean, for me, what I would like to see is something where there is, like, a story we're following, but the overall focus of the campaign is much more on the party and each of the characters.
Okay.
Like, on our relationships and interactions that we have throughout the campaign.
Alright, so that's Derp. How about you, Kiro?
I like intrigue and character interactions tempered with I like where you can fight your way out of situations if need be, but you can also
Yes. I know that these early situations, you might have been able to talk to the Null if you knew Null. And these early combats were supposed to be mostly combat focused against undead creatures, but later on, that could become more of an option. So I'm not saying no, but I understand.
It's kind of like early game for an RPG. Usually, you have your first few battles, then you actually.
Corey, what are some of your thoughts into this particular topic?
Let's. Oh, okay. This is a bit hard for me because I don't know. I'm just going into it blindly still, but I am having fun. First off, this is really great, and I am having tremendous amounts of fun with you guys. But let's see. If
it can be anything, it could be in character, out of character.
I want to fuck a dragon.
You just want to. Okay, so
hello there.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
If you want an actual romance option, I'm okay with that because that's the thing. That's just
that
what
could
you guys are interested in for your characters.
I want Wilda to grow
to grow
out of her
innocence.
To grow out of her
paladin.
Let's see.
Naivety.
Yeah, I want her to grow out of her naivety.
Yeah,
her innocence we can keep. Her naivety maybe not.
But things that you want to keep a secret or go into later, we can talk about. But
okay.
Foss, what would you like to talk about, or what was some of the things on your mind? In terms of where we go from here. Say again.
Still Duke Mirage.
Why? Just why?
I want Foss' opinion.
I don't think Foss has been here.
He's muted at the moment. He may be having a bathroom break.
Oh no, I'm here.
Okay, I was worried. I was about to piss myself in the fear that you were muted and you missed like a ton of things.
No, I'm here. I heard everything.
All right, good. Don't scare me like that.
Corieg has some baggage.
All right, well, we can always talk about that later with my plans for it. But I just want to see is there anything you want to bring out to
the group
on reflection with other people's thoughts? Because I think I got an idea of what you guys want, and that's pretty similar, so that's good.
I mean, I like character interaction, but I also like following because I played a lot of games where it was mostly character interaction and sandbox. So we did everything adventure by adventure. So probably having an overarching plot line to follow.
So what I'm generally hearing is that you guys want your characters to grow. You want there to be interaction and conflict, but you also want to be bound together by an overarching plot, so you guys aren't stuck just literally just grinding away at trying to get someone's to be hyperbolic, to get someone's relationship status with you to 100 out of 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to grow and level up, get items and stuff.
And then by the time you're level 20 and have done all these side adventures, you finally get back onto the main story.
I mean, I just don't want to grow and it be meaningless.
All right. Well, yeah, I will say that this is all part of a story, so this is not just meaningless. Julian is a character. That's how I'm going to say.
He is definitely interesting.
I will be introducing more NPCs that may or may not be more tailored to you guys personally.
Honestly, in terms of the story, I would like to see it so that, say we go on an adventure, that we have a few days of downtime, then we go on to the next thing. So
yes, this is why this is 3 days of downtime for. It's for my plan is for next session to have each of you to have your own little excerpt, which will dive into your sort of histories, and at least if not histories, something new. Because I want to, I want you guys to develop as your own characters, both as a group and on your own little endeavors, But I don't want to get caught up in that because, Foss's concern is well, what if we spend a year developing characters and not actually doing anything?
It's not that. My problem.
It's just you don't want it to feel like it's pointless, which I understand.
I don't want to do things. I mean, I can see a purpose for it if we do things adventure by adventure, but for small amounts. I don't want that to be the campaign.
All right. You just don't want to be okay, now we have one piece of the legendary sword, time to get the other 99.
No, yeah, that's it, and it's also okay, we cleared out this dungeon. Let's go back to down, look for the next thing that we can do to occupy our time.
All right.
Rather than because it's more for just like fighting for gold than like fighting with purpose.
You don't want it to be just. You
I
don't.
will say that early on that the enticement was supposed to be gold. That's why y'all guys were like, because 500 gold is a hefty amount for each of you.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say it's not going to be like you're constantly getting. There will be a story that emerges from here if you'll bear with me. I do have a plan and a plot. I just it's just starting still. And I'm of course I will make mistakes and screw up, and I probably will butcher things and make you guys sad, not in a good way.
That's what makes it a dynamic story to be enjoyed. It's not going to be perfect.
Yes. You guys will all be level 2. I'm going to.
I have my core rulebook in front of me. I am ready.
All right, you guys can just level up. Look at things at your own time. I trust you guys to level up. I am tired. My throat aches.
And you have an interview.
I do. At 8:30.
Oh,
That's
geez.
Why do you
I
do
am
this
currently
to yourself?
Working both of my jobs.
Best of luck to both of you. I'm just here at home doing nothing and waiting for graduation, which is a sign of relief.
So all of us, all of our lives are carrying on and doing well. And
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to close out with the recording now since it's getting a bit personal. Everybody give out a nice bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Attend my graduation.
Bye, folks.